How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Falcon's Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to the movie review, aka after our Storm review video for today. This time for this new episode for this series is going to be my review on the 2023 mystery thriller, and this is the standalone sequel to the 2018 film as well. And this is of course going to be my review on Missing. Now, this is written and directed by Will Merrick and Nick Johnson, and this is actually their very first film as writers and directors. And their previous work was on Searching, which for that film they worked as editors. So they have come on to direct the next installment to that film. And the story of the film is that after her mother goes missing, a young woman named June, played by Storm Reid, tries to find her at home using tools available online. So that's pretty much the whole plot synopsis I can say for Missing. Now, for the previous movie, which is of course Searching, which that came out back in 2018, I thought that film was awesome. It's definitely one of my favorite thrillers of the last decade, and definitely one of my favorite movies of that year. I had a lot of fun with that film. I thought it was an engaging yet investing film, and I loved what that film was going for and what kind of style it was made and all that, because it's basically unfriended but without horror elements to it. It's basically filled with psychological thrills to it and all that. It obviously filled with a bit of mystery elements to it as well, since it is a mystery thriller and all that. And once after I saw that film and over the years flew by, I felt that unexpectedly that we were going to get another movie, but with different characters and all that. And once I heard about it, I was a little bit curious and all that, because I didn't even know if Searching was even worthy for a sequel or anything like that. But I was still going to see this film nonetheless, though, since I do like thrillers myself. And once I saw the trailers for this film, I was looking forward to this film. And I didn't even know much of the cast who were in this film, but you've got some talented names in this film, such as Storm Reid, which you may know her from The Suicide Squad, the 2021 film that is, and various other films as well. And you also have Nia Long, which you may know her from Boys in the Hood. And I didn't even notice that for the people who were directing this film were actually first-time directors, and I didn't even notice that they were the editors of Searching, so that was pretty interesting. So I was pretty intrigued to see what they were going to do for this film as writers and directors. And this film came out in the beginning of January this year in the US, but we didn't get this film until April this year, in which this film came out the exact same day as the new Evil Dead movie did, which I went to see that movie first, and I went to see this film the next day, which was on the 22nd of April this year. And there was quite a lot of people in the screening that I was in, which I didn't really expect that. But after watching this whole movie, I gotta say here, guys, that I definitely had a blast with Missing. This film was genuinely awesome here, and I can definitely say this is definitely another really great thriller that I've seen in recent years here. For the story for this film, I thought it was very well engaging and yet very well investing throughout its runtime, which when it comes to the runtime for this film, I thought its pacing from its runtime was very well paced, since the film is only now 51 minutes. And there was never in this moment, and there was never in the moment while I was watching the film that I started to lose interest and get remotely bored while I was watching this film, because, like I said, I was getting remotely invested while I was watching this film along the way. However, there are some little bit of similarities to Searching in a way, because, for that film involves, a man trying to find his missing daughter on the internet. But in this film, it's kind of the exact same thing, but the exact opposite, in which in this film involves, a teenage girl trying to find her missing mother on the internet and all that. But I still found myself remotely engaged while I was watching this film along the way. And I found myself remotely caring for the character of June throughout the entire runtime, because I really wanted her to find her missing mother and all that. And I liked how she becomes like a small character in the film, of like how she uses what tools she uses on the internet to basically help find her mother and all. Like how she finds people on the internet to basically help her, and like how she interacts with them. Like she interacts with this Spanish guy on the internet, and he starts to like help her and all that with some clues that he finds, so she can use to basically find her missing mother and all that. And I found myself remotely digging deep into the film and all that. And I was also really digging deep into the film when June starts to find out some mystery, some clues about her mother's past and all that. And I really liked those moments in the film as well. And when it comes to the twist of this film, I thought the twist of this film was very unpredictable. I didn't even see that coming while I was watching the film, in which when it came to that, I was very surprised and shocked out of my seat while I was watching this film and all that. Like I almost fell on my seat when it happened and all that. And when it comes to the acting in the film, I thought everyone was great in the film. They all gave really great, strong performances. Storm Reid was great in this film. And like I said, I found myself remotely caring for this character throughout the entire runtime of this film and all that. Of what the character of June has gone through. Like, she had a father, but he died. And she's struggling to cope and all that with grief and all that. And then, and I started to care for her even more and all that once she starts to try and find her mother on the internet when she's gone missing and all of that. And as for everyone else in the film, I thought everyone was great in the film. Like Nia Long was also really good in the film, and the actor who plays the Spanish guy who he interacts with June on the internet, I thought he was also really good too. Just everyone else in general really were all really good in this film. And the direction by Will Merrick and Nick Johnson was very well directed, and yet also very well edited too for a film like this, since this film is set entirely on a computer, and it also takes place on other devices in the film, which I thought they were pretty creative in the film. Like there are times where it's set on a laptop, as well as like on a smartwatch and all that, and as well as like on a phone and stuff like that. And I really like that, and I really like all of that in this film. So overall, in the end, guys, Missing, I thought this film was generally awesome here, and this is definitely an awesome standalone sequel to one of my favorite thrillers of the last decade. And there are a few ways I could recommend this film. If you're a fan of like these kind of thrillers, like mystery thrillers, or you're a fan of the previous film, this is one you don't want to miss out for yourselves yet. And if it is still playing in local cinema near you, and for those in the UK, I highly suggest to see this one with your best friends. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Missing. I'm going to give Missing 4.5 out of 5. Yep, like I said, this was indeed an awesome standalone sequel to one of my favorite thrillers of the last decade. Although I do like Searching a bit more than this, though, I still generally really like this film overall here. And I can definitely say this is definitely one of my favorite thrillers of this decade here, and definitely another one of my favorite films of this year as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching for my A-Cast Saw review on Missing, and let me know what you think of this movie if you have seen this already, or if you just recently checked out this film. Did you have a blast with this, or was this not really a popcorn treat? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Falcon's Media Corner signing off.